All right, so we are at number 3. We're at number 3. So what number 3 is, as you could see, it is a transformation question. So let me minimize so I could have a better visual of what's going on. So it's a transformation question. Here is the question. The question reads, the diagram below shows 4 shapes P, Q, R, and S on a square grid. All right, so we're on a square grid. All right. Now, so we're looking at that. Just for us to look at it. More importantly, the question says, describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto all of what we're going to be looking at. So we want to know what transformation map P onto Q, what map P onto Q, what maps P onto R, and lastly, what maps P onto S. We want to know that. All right, so we definitely want to know that. So here is the thing. Let's look. So we're looking at P to Q. This is the first one. What we want to do is just to run some things through our minds quickly, right? For example, we're looking at P. This is P, yeah? And how did P turn into Q? What transformation did that? So we want to look. We want to look, all right? Now, here's the deal. It's not a reflection. So reflection is off. Only 4 of them we have to think about. So it's not a reflection. So reflection is out. It's not a translation because translation does not flip the thing like that. It's not an enlargement. All right. So definitely it is a rotation. So now we need to tell a few things. One, we need to tell. So we said, all right, we agree that it is a rotation. We need to tell the angle of the rotation. The direction, well, is always asked for. And you need to tell the center of the rotation. Now, the direction is conditional because when it is 180, any direction is the same. All right, but normally direction is in it. So now we're thinking that it is a rotation. So we are saying that, listen, we want to know, all right, what's the degree for this rotation? I would say to you that the degree for the rotation, I am seeing 180 degrees. Because when it is a 90-degree rotation, there are certain things that happen. All right, when it's a 90-degree rotation, my horizontal lines turn vertical and it is still horizontal. If you look at it, the matching things, look at this nice horizontal line. It is still horizontal on that side. So you definitely know that, hey, it's not a 90 degrees because I always tell you that when you see vertical turn horizontal and so on, then you know that you're dealing with a 90 degree or 270. So it's a 180 degree rotation. About the center, I'm seeing this as the center here, right at that spot. Right at that spot is the center. Because if you notice the center is not 0, 0, you know, the center is right there because the thing rotated right here where we were, right here. It's not like it went somewhere else. So it is right in that area that the rotation took place. And this is the center of the rotation. There are some things that you can use to know the center of the rotation still, you know, because you see when it is 180 degrees, if you connect corresponding points to the center, it just be another straight line to the other point. For example, look at this. So just showing you this quickly, I'll just use my shape. So if I take out my line here, right? All right, let me use the broken line. If I'm moving from this point corresponds to this point over here, and it's going to pass through the center. So when it is a 180 rotation, this is something that you have to know. When you rotate something 180 degrees, it is like reflecting it to a point. The point that it is being reflected through now is right at that point. You're looking at some corresponding stuff. For example, Even if I should pick up this thing all the way out here and try to connect it to that, it's going to pass through that same place. Look at that. You're seeing where it is passing through it. So that is how you'll know that that's where the center is for this. And it's just because it's 180. Even if I pick right here at this spot, it's going to go across to its corresponding spot next door there. I could change the color to maybe red this time, yellow. Let me change the color. All right, it's gone. All right. But so basically then, I'm just saying to us that the center, so let's write up that. Let me write up that. I'm seeing where one, we realize it's rotation. So it's, I would just start off by saying it's a 180 degrees rotation. Or if you want to say clockwise or anti-clockwise, it's going to end up at the same place. So when I use 180, I don't really say the direction because it's going to be the same place. So it's a 180 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise degree rotation about the center 7, 7. So look, the center that we picked there is 7 meets 7. Here it is. 7, 7. It's right there. So that's the center for that rotation there. 7, 7. All right. So you would have gotten some marks to do that. Remember I said, you know, with this, if you never say anti-clockwise, is the same thing. You don't have to say any of them though, for this one. But if you feel like you want to, you'll be good. All right, R, we're talking about P to R now. Let's look, P to R, P to R. We're observing this going to this, P to R. All right. Now, you could see that this one is a reflection. Yeah? This is a reflection, and my mirror line is actually, the mirror line I'm seeing is right here. That mirror line is right there. Yeah, that mirror line is right there. Yes. All right. So the mirror line is x equal 1. So x equal is the mirror. And you could check. Look at these corresponding points right here to right here. This would have been 1, 2 units to the right of the mirror. It fell 1, 2 units behind the mirror. So definitely, I'm not going to do all of them. You know, we're just looking at it and you would see for yourself that, yes, this is a reflection from P to R with x equal 1 as the mirror. So I could say that this is a reflection. And I'll say through x equal 1. And you notice they give you 2 marks, 1 to say reflection and 1 to say x equal 1. Next question. No, S. So P to S. The moment you look at P to S, you're seeing an enlargement, but you need a scale factor, you need a center. So with an enlargement, we need a number of things. Because you could see that it got bigger, all right? You could see that S got bigger than P, which means that some dilation took place. Therefore, we're suggesting that, hey, we have to agree that it's an enlargement, but you need to find what is the center of the enlargement. That's 1, and 2, what's the scale factor? I could pick on any 2 corresponding ideas to do that. I could pick on this and this. I just need to pick on 1 pair, or I could have picked on this to help me. but I just need to pick on just one pair of them. So I'm going to just use any one of these. So I'm going to use the first one. I'm going to use this, which is 1 unit, and this. Scale factor is always image over object idea. For example, scale factor K, I'm calling it K, is equal to an image idea. So I'm looking at the length here, which is 2 units over the object, which was 1 unit. So the scale factor is 2, just like that. So I'm able just to compare any corresponding, and then that one corresponding point, that one pair would have actually shown you what's going on. So scale factor is 2. Now we need to know what is the center of this enlargement. Center of the enlargement. Let me take off these. The center of the enlargement. Remember, you need to connect just 2 corresponding points and then wherever they intersect. So I'm going to pull out this. So I'm going to connect any 2 corresponding points. I'm going to connect right here through right here. I'm going to draw a very long line through there. So if you notice, hold on, let me pull this down a little bit. So I'm connecting from this point to the corresponding point right there. So let me just highlight what I'm connecting. I'm dealing with right there and right there. I just need another. I could just pick on right here and right here because they correspond. As I said to you, any 2. So let me just pick on this. And so I'm going to draw a line from here through the other corresponding point. And I'm going to draw a very long line, and wherever the 2 lines intersect, that's where my center is. Let's go back from a line. There it is, right here. I don't know why my line is jumping in, but doing it for the last time. Oh, it's there. It's there, but I need to fix it. Right. See, just draw a line through that. There it is. Right there. Yep. There you go. So you'd have seen that they actually, oh, right there. Right there. See there? Here goes your center. Right there. The concept never changed. The concept don't change. Remember, we spoke about that long ago. We're saying that, listen, the moment I want to find the center, if I have the object and the image, and it's an enlargement, I'm going to connect 2 pairs of corresponding points and draw a very long line, and wherever they intersect. So you're looking at 7, 11. All right, this spot is 7 meets 11 right at that coordinate there. So we have the center. So let us now state what needed to be said. This is an enlargement with a scale factor of 2 and center 711. So there it is. We have the center and the scale factor along with the fact that we're saying. So this is a 3 marks because you would have actually said 3 things there, right? So there it is. There it is. For those who never saw the 711, I'll quickly identify it for you. Look, 7, 11. There it is, 7, 11. And that is our, definitely, the center for the enlargement there. All right, let's see what else they have us to do. One last thing here. It says on the grid provided on page 10, we want to draw the shape. We want to draw the image of the shape P, yeah, after translation by the vector -2, 3, and label it T. So we're going to move P, -2, 3. Remember the movements. So I'm just going to do a quick reminder of the movements. The movements that we use is that If you go to the, if you're moving to the right, this is a positive number. And if you're moving to the left, that's a negative number. If you're going up, that's a positive. And if you're going down, that's a negative. All right. So when we get -2, 3, for a top number, we're going to go to the left because it's a negative. And the bottom number, we're going to go up because it's positive. So this is the -2 movement, and this is the +3 movement. So we're going to move all the points and recreate the shape. All right. So then I'm going to be moving this point here. 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3. It's going to come here. I'm going to move this point at the back. The moment I draw one point, I could recreate it now. 1, 2, to the left, then 1, 2, 3. So it's going to come here. And then you could just see that you could recreate your shape. So you're going to do that for every spot, and then recreate your shape. So if I'm recreating my shape, I will get this in the end. So let us recreate it, guys. Almost done. Last one. All right. All right, so we're looking at that shape there. All right, so you're seeing that little blue shape there that I have. You know, if I just touch the end point so that you can see it a little brighter. Yeah, so that's what you would have gotten, and they said name it T, I think. You put a T in it. All right, so basically, that's that.